Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about the 23 books that I want to read on 2023. So hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about the books that I really want to read on 2023. Now these are books that I currently have on my TBR, and I know I'm going to read a lot of new releases, so I'm not going to include those on this video. I mainly want to focus on reading 23 books from my stash that I have been wanting to get to, and I have yet to read them. And so I divided this list into different sections. We have some classics, some dark academia, some literary fiction, and also some thrillers or horror as well. So we're gonna start with the classics. So first in my list is going to be my Jane Austen collection, and so I have here 5 books from Jane Austen. I have read Emma before, but I am yet to read the other ones. I started reading Persuasion, but I am not finished with that yet. So definitely this is one collection that I want to get through. So next we have The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, and so this is one classic that I definitely want to read. I'm just so intrigued by it. I have watched so many remakes of, you know, like the movies and the way they dress on the opera, and so I definitely need to finally read the book. So the next book on my classics list is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas, and this is a book that I have been wanting to read for quite a while, but as you can see, it's so intimidating. So hopefully I get to read it this year. Maybe if I start now, I'll be done by the end of the year. I'm really looking forward to reading more classics, even if it's just a few, especially when they're this large. Yeah, I am excited. Next in my list, I have some literary fiction books that I want to read. So this first one is On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous, and this is by Ocean Moon. And so on this book, he is writing this letter to his mom that she will probably never get to read because his mom doesn't speak English, and it's just beautiful. I already started reading this book actually. So he kind of talks to her mom about all the struggles that he went through growing up because of her, and it's just a very emotional read so far, and I'm only like a couple chapters in. Next I have Lonely Castle in the Mirror, and this is by Mizuki Tsujimura. I hope that I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but this is a book that had so many beautiful reviews on 2022 and actually 2021, and I definitely want to get through this book. It says on the back, "In another world we were already friends, so I am no longer alone." And if that is the blurb, I know it's gonna be magical. This next book has been struggle for me, but I promise I will get through this book this year. So this is Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Cien Años de Soledad, or 100 Years of Solitude, and I actually already started reading this book last year, but I did not finish it. So I am halfway through it, and I am reading the book in Spanish. I have this beautiful illustrated edition that I picked up on my last trip to Peru, and I just love it so much. So I am halfway through this book. I really hope to finish it this year. I will. Next I have Isabel Allende's The House of the Spirits. This is another book that I've been wanting to read for a long time, and so this book goes through 3 generations of the Trueba family, and so you're learning about their life, the struggles. It's also a magical realism book, and once I finish with Cien Años de Soledad, 100 Years of Solitude, I definitely want to jump into this book. The next book in my list to read is The Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. I've been wanting to read it for quite a while, so definitely 2023 will be the year that I read it. The cover is absolutely gorgeous. So it talks a lot about the exploration of love, family, and lost, and so yeah, so it just sounds so beautiful. Definitely want to get through this book. And so the next book in my list is going to be Circe by Madeline Miller, and so I absolutely love reading The Song of of Achilles. That was the first book that made me cry, and I just love how she writes. I love how she makes you connect to the characters. Now, I've heard mixed reviews about this book, and they both seem to be like complete opposite. Like some people really love it, and some people just thought it was a really slow pace. So I'm here for the adventure, and I definitely want to give it a go. Next book that I'm adding to my list is Lessons in Chemistry, and this is a book by Bonnie Garmes, and I don't have the book with me, but I will put it here on the screen. And this won the best book of Barnes & Noble for best book of 2022, and also I think it was the Goodreads Choice Award winner as well. It's the best book of the year for the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Oprah Daily, Entertainment Weekly, Newsweek, and I mean, it just has all kinds of amazing reviews. So this is a historical fictional book. We're following a woman on the 1960s that is basically breaking the standards of society and kind of proving that not every woman is the same, and she is really involved in chemistry, and this book is supposed to be really inspiring, and I just really love historical fiction books like that. So definitely one that is going on my list. So next we have some dark academia books that I have been wanting to get to. And so first we have The Secret History by Donna Tartt, and this is the founder of the dark academia genre, and I definitely need to read this book. Next we have If We Were Villains by ML Rio, and another one that is a dark academia kind of mystery, and yeah, another one that I heard amazing reviews about, but I haven't got to yet. And next one on the list is Babel or Babel, and this is by R.F. Kuang. I started this book. I actually have the audiobook for it, and I am about maybe 40% into this book, and I am really enjoying this book so far. Now, I don't know if I maybe should have read The Secret History before, because I think this book is kind of like it's not related to that book, but it's kind of like the opposite view of it. So it will be really interesting to kind of read those books back to back and kind of see the differences of how they contrast each other. And so next in the list we have my thriller books or horror books as well. And so the first one is House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. And so on this book we're following this different society in where if you drink blood you kind of become more beautiful or have better health or live longer, something like that. And the people who have like, you know, like the more affluent people, they hire blood maids, and basically these maids are there just to serve their blood. So it's kind of like a vampire story without having vampires. It's just normal people drinking blood to kind of have better lives, and I'm just so intrigued about it. I heard so many things about this book, about the descriptions. Next in my list is Notes on an Execution. This is by Dania Gukavka, and so on this book we're following this serial killer who was on death row, and you are following the different characters of the different victims and a lot of different points of view on resilience, survival, and love. And I don't know, it just has so many amazing reviews, and I can't really wait to see what it's all about. Next in my list is What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher, and I love T. Kingfisher. I have read a couple of her books, the horror books, and I just think she has a way of describing a scene and just definitely give you the chills and make you feel like you are there. So this is a really short book, so hopefully it will be an easy read. And this book, although it is a horror, it also has a little bit of like a fairy tale feel to it, and I don't know, just excited. Next we have Stalling Tongues by Felix Blackwell. On this book we're following this couple who goes to spend time at this cabin, and the guy hears the girlfriend or fiance kind of whisper on her dreams, and he kind of realizes that it's not normal and it's so creepy, the things that she is saying. And I don't know, I just heard that this book is really scary, so I'm here for it. I can't wait. And so yeah, so I definitely need to read that one. Then we have Malice House. I know this is a haunted house type of book. This house on an island. I don't know much about the book, but it's kind of giving me Daisy Darker vibes, or Then There Were None, Agatha Christie vibes. So I am intrigued about this book. This is by Megan Shepherd. Definitely one that I'll be picking up soon. I love haunted houses or house mysteries or secluded houses. I mean, I'm here for it. Next in my list is The Death of Jane Lawrence, and this is by Kathleen Starling, and this is a gothic horror novel, and I don't know much about it other than it was getting some amazing reviews last year, so definitely want to put it on my list and give it a go. Next in my list is Ordinary Monsters by J.N. Myro, and this book was getting some amazing reviews this past year, although it seems to be a slower paced. I think it's gonna be worth the read. It is quite a chunky book, and I did purchase this book with the hopes of cozy nap and just reading it on, I think, October, but I still haven't got to it. So definitely it's gonna go on my list of books to read for 2023. And so there you go. Those are all the books that I am hoping to get through this year. Those are going to be my priority, and I hope that you guys enjoy the video. I'm probably going to come back with a different video on my anticipated releases for 2023 and which books I'm looking forward to read, because I am really good about reading books that just come out, because I'm super excited because I have been waiting for those, but these ones kind of just sit on the shelf. So these are going to be priority number one. Let me know if you have a list of books that you want to read for 2023, or if you just go with the flow. I definitely want to start with a plan and just give myself some room to pick some new releases. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if you have read any of these books, or if you have any other book recommendations for me, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.